Sup guys, this is Versus Z and welcome to the end of week 3 of Rider Fest, and I'm bringing to you a video review of S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider IXA from the series Kamen Rider Kiva. For more information on the S.H.Figuarts toy line, visit Guiltaur's introduction of S.H.Figuarts, which he released in the very first week of Rider Fest. S.H.Figuarts packaging is very simple and clean with a gray and black basic packaging, the name of the character on one side and then an image of character on the other. And on the upper right corner you get a description of what S.H.Figuarts is all about. Flip it to the back and you get some promotional photos of Kamen Rider IXA in his different forms and his accessories. Also on top, another description of S.H.Figuarts' simple style and heroic action. The original version of Kamen Rider IXA in S.H.Figuarts was released by Bandai in 2010, January 2010, but this particular figure that I'm reviewing is the resale version, which cstoys Japan has online for sale, but it's currently out of stock. I'm not sure if Hobby Japan has the same version, but they did also do a restock very recently as well. Although there's no indication of it anywhere on the box, this figure does retail for 3,200 yen, which is about 38 US dollars. Yes, $38. Oro ne American currency. Quick breakdown of the character IXA for those of you who aren't familiar. IXA, or what they call the rider system, IXA rider system, in the series Kamen Rider Kiva, is the secondary or alternate rider of the series Kamen Rider Kiva, who was primarily used in 2008 by the character Nago Keisuke. There are two different timelines in the Kiva series, that being 1986 and 2008. In 1986, there have been plenty of others who tried to be IXA and tried to use IXA for many different reasons, and tried many times to use IXA in its full potential, but not until Nago Keisuke in 2008. Taking a look at the design and details of IXA, as you can see, he sports this white knight sort of looking motif here, and that's actually looked pretty nice. You've got some blue trims here and there, some silver on the chest, a little bit of gold in there, some gray in between a few areas. You also have some black here and there. I like that the blue trim is pretty apparent everywhere, but what I don't like about the blue trim is the paint apps. It looks very sloppy. I can see some blemishes here and there in the back, mostly in the back, not so much in the front, and they're mostly in the leg area anyway. Not much attention put down there, but that's also something that could be pointed out as a knock against the figure. Chest detail is pretty nice, though I wish there was some little bit of highlight in there. I'm not sure if it's accurate if they did highlight it, but it's nice that there is some little circuitry going on in there, so it's really nice. The paint apps on the hands are kind of off, and I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up correctly, but because of the black paint underneath, the white looks slightly off as compared to the rest of the white on the body. This part here has a nice bronze here, and it is bronze, it's not gold, so it's a little bit bronze, which represents save mode, or the IXA of the past mode, as some would call it. So, pretty clean, pretty neat. The IXA knuckle belt, or the IXA buckle, is also pretty detailed too. So I've got a few blemishes here and there, but for the rest of the figure it's pretty nice. You do get a set of nicely done accessories with this release, like IXA caliber in its gun mode, and also the IXA caliber up on top. You have the alternate burst mode head, which is primarily used for Nago Keisuke. You also have the whistles here on the bottom, which of course are Nago Keisuke's. You have a IXA knuckle, which can fit into the holding things hands, but it's completely out of proportion with the actual buckle pieces, which is right there. And you use these two in perspective, where if you have this one in one hand, you attach this onto the belt and you replace the one that's default attached onto IXA. IXA also comes with, of course, two holding things hands and fists. He also comes with some splayed out hands, which are attached onto IXA at the moment. And as an added bonus, since this is the resale version, and I wish Bandai would do this a little bit more often, they decided to treat you by throwing in a special edition Tamashii Stage Act. There's the pieces over there still in the bag. I'm not going to put this together for a while because I'm not going to use it. But the text there, written in Japanese, says Sono inoichi kame ni kai shinasai, which is Nago Keisuke's famous line, "Fangire, please return that life to God." So, there you go. Nice little treat. S.H.Figuarts Articulation has never failed me so far, and neither does this figure. So you have a single joint on the head this time around. You can go look up and down, rotate side to side, which is really nice. No head bobbing, unfortunately, because of the single joint. The arms can rotate freely, very similar to an SIC Kiwami Tamashii joint here. Rotate freely, swing in and out of the body. These parts are attached onto his shoulders, not his body. You have a bicep swivel. You have a double, or not a double, but a well, it should be double, but it's not very apparent because of the armor. But it's a 2-point elbow bend with ball jointed wrists. You also have 2 joints at the torso, one on top, and then also one on the bottom, which is attached to his hips. So you get a nice range of movement there. The legs can kick out about that far forward, kick that far backward without any tilting or anything, kick that far out of the body, which is real nice, and the 2-point knee bend. You also have a 3-point articulation at the ankles. We have a rotation, or actually 4 points. It's a ball joint attached up there. You also have the tilt up and down, and you can also rotate the feet sideways. Maybe I should say 4-point joint because you have toe articulation as well. So pretty neat. I do have an issue with the knees though. Sometimes when I try to pose him, unfortunately the kneecaps pop out. So you can either just glue them in to prevent that from happening, but that shouldn't happen to begin with, unfortunately. You guys all know the posability limitations of an S.H.Figuarts figure, so as a treat I'm going to show you guys the different characters and personalities, or showing you the different characters with the personalities using the figure. This one, of course, is the first character who tried to use IXA, Jiro, who was basically a werewolf. And now you have Kurenai Otoya. And this one I actually have to give myself credit to, because yes, you can actually do Aso Yuri, a female character who tried to be IXA. Not a very good angle, but the way I pose it, it's very apparent that it's feminine. I had to arch the back real hard. I don't know if you could catch that curve back there, but yeah, that's a woman's curve. Yeah, let's see if we can turn it around here. Well, not really, but let's see if we can. Yeah, you can kind of get the silhouette of a woman right there. Once you add in the fussels onto the sides of the buckle just by pegging them in, you get the model Aso Megami. Let's get you out of that pose ASAP. Alright, enough of the games. You swap out the safe mode head with the burst mode head. You get the awesome White Knight, Nago Keisuke. IXA can hold his accessories very well, all except for the IXA knuckle. It kind of just loosely sits there, as you can see. Another issue that some people have with the figure, a very slight issue, is the fact that when you're holding the IXA knuckle and you compare it to the belt that you swap out with this one, as you can see, the difference is quite off. Thanks to the nearly flawless movement and articulation that you get with IXA, you can pretty much pull off anything. And also with the different personalities and different characters that the IXA rider system has gone through, you're really only limited to your imagination. I mean, you've got a total of maybe 5 or 6 characters who've used IXA, and you've got the accessories to switch up and the articulation to switch up personalities. Like I said, you're really only limited to your imagination. And yes, this is after he's performed his finisher, the IXA Caliber Rise Up. Pretty nice. Okay, so for my final thoughts, do I think Kamen Rider IXA is a solid purchase? Yes, I do. I mean, it is a little bit on the higher range of S.H.Figuarts figures, nearly $40, minus the shipping costs. I think you do get your money's worth. You get plenty of accessories. Just the fact that, if you've seen the series, just the fact that you've got many characters in one body, basically, you do have the accessories to back it up, to back up each personality. And like I said just a few seconds ago, if you use your imagination, you can pretty much obtain each personality of the character just by switching up a few parts here and there, articulating different limbs in a particular way. As you saw with the posability demo I showed off, yes, you can pretty much make IXA look like a female just by throwing his, just by adding a little bit of an arc to his lower back section. It's weird, but it's possible. You do get quite a lot out of this set. Obviously, the hits against this figure, like I pointed out, are some paint apps. The price itself is probably one of the bigger reasons you might avoid this figure. And of course, if you luck out and if you can find the resale version, you get a little bonus. You get but you get the Nago Keisuke Tamashii Stage Act, which could help in posability as well. So really nice set. I can't say the pricing is fair enough for the normal release, $40 for the normal release. It's okay. I guess if you're a completist and you must have it, then fine. But if you are not, and you don't have every single S.H.Figuarts figure, then maybe you might want to find the resale version with the Nago Keisuke stand in it. That way you actually get to feel like you've spent your money's worth Oh, I forgot to mention the ankles are die cast, but that's with most S.H.Figuarts figures. Oh, and I forgot to mention the knee armors popping off, so that's another hit against the figure. So with that said, I'm gonna have to give this figure a 9 out of 10. Then the popping knees is not so bad for me. I think it's really, I mean, I'm sorry, not the popping knees, but the paint apps is not so bad for me. The pricing I think was pretty good. I got my money's worth because of the stand. If it was a normal release, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Um, but I think the bigger knock against the figure are the knee pieces popping off once you try to pose him. But other than that, it's very solid. You got lots of accessories and lots of personalities you can get out of this. Whether you're a fan of Nago Keisuke, Otoya Kurenai, Jiro, maybe even the ladies, then hey, this is the figure for you. At least I would say. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the review and got something out of this. And enjoy the rest of Riderfest.